Welcome to Step by Step, the podcast where I break it all down. Life, drama, gossip, and everything in between. I'm your host, Taya, and this is my audio journal, filled with stories, reflections, and the kind of tea you won't find anywhere else. Each episode, we'll take it step by step, starting with Monday mindfulness to kickstart your week, diving into the magic of Wednesdays with our main episode, and wrapping up with Your Say Friday, where your stories, questions, and even a little anonymous gossip take center stage. This isn't just my podcast, it's ours. So grab your headphones and take this journey with me, one step at a time. Welcome back. Today we're diving into the powerful role your subconscious beliefs play in shaping your reality. I'm sure you've heard this before, that your thoughts create your reality, but how often do we stop to truly unpack what that means? It isn't all about positive thinking in life, or at least trying to. It's about confronting the fears and doubts that hold you back from your fullest potential. Let's explore how fear and doubt and limiting beliefs create blocks for your future, and most importantly, how can we overcome them? Here is something interesting that I learned recently. Apparently only 5% of our cognitive activity is actually conscious, while 95% operates in the subconscious mind. That is insane to me. This means that most of your thoughts, decisions, and behaviors are driven by the subconscious parts of your mind, even though we feel like we're consciously making decisions. It's easy to see why your subconscious holds so much power over the reality you create. I believe that this is also why it's important to trust your gut, or really your subconscious, because it has seen certain patterns appear in whatever situation it is through previous exposure to the world. Maybe that's why we get wiser and more intuitive with age. While your subconscious can bring you towards your dreams, it can also block your path with fear and doubt. These emotions send a message to the universe that you're not ready or worthy of what you desire, creating barriers that stop you from visualizing or believing in your goals. After all, fear and doubt are low vibe emotions, and the universe can only hear your frequency. You ultimately manifest from your subconscious, as that is where your true vision of worth towards yourself and beliefs lay. Let's pause for a moment. I want to show you something. Visualize the income that you want to manifest in the next financial year. Okay, so you've thought about it now. Be honest. Is this really your dream salary, or did you choose a realistic figure that you thought you could achieve? See, fear and doubt often disguise themselves as rational thinking, convincing you they're protecting you from disappointment when they're really just holding you back and sabotaging your greatest potential. These emotions are stopping you from dreaming big and achieving big. Fear and doubt are not our friend. They create literal blocks for us. You may think that they're protecting you from disappointment and keeping you safe, but that is not the case. The brain doesn't differentiate between helpful and harmful. It simply reinforces what you give it. So if you've been spending years telling yourself, I'm not good enough or I'll never succeed, your brain has built a well-worn path around those ideas. Breaking free requires conscious effort to forge new, empowering pathways in your brain. These limiting beliefs stem from repeated thoughts, many formed during childhood, that have become automatic now. If you were repeatedly told that you're unworthy or unlovable, you might find yourself attracting relationships or situations that confirm this belief and find comfort in the familiarity of it. This episode goes hand in hand with episode 5 about alignment. Fear and doubt are such common and normal human emotions. So how can we move past them? Firstly, identify your fears and doubts and recognize the patterns. Dream big and don't hold back. So identifying your fear and doubt, how do we do it? Well, ask it questions. Questions like, what is driving it, or where is it stemming from? Things like, why do you feel unworthy or incapable of reaching your goals? Bring these fears into the light or into the physical realm by writing them down or saying them out loud. Let's do an exercise quickly. Think about one thing that you want. See it clearly. And then spend a few minutes trying to identify what it is that's holding you back. Feel free to pause if you need to. What fear and doubts come to your mind when you think about having this or getting what you want? Identify as many as you can. The fears and doubts you just identified are beliefs and insecurities that are currently holding you back. Awareness is the foundation of self-development. Once you identify these blocks, you can start to work on releasing them. Just be mindful that for some of you, this process might feel overwhelming, especially if fear and doubt stem from trauma. And if that's the case, consider seeking support from external sources if you are not already. Let's establish, and let me be clear, that if you want your dreams and goals to come true, you must truly believe you are worthy. Move your fear and doubt with inner work, and remember, this will be a constant and ongoing thing. You may move some limiting beliefs with ease, while others may be deep-rooted and require a lot of commitment. Okay, this is also important to say, because don't stop or pause your goals to work on your fears. You need to do both at the same time. You can achieve your goals and improve yourself along the way. And if you haven't figured out by now what a limiting belief is, it's a belief that is holding you back. So how do you talk to yourself? Your subconscious mind listens to your conscious thoughts and the language you use constantly. For example, if you wake up every single day and every single morning, you look in the mirror and you tell yourself you are beautiful. Whether you believe it or not, your conscious mind is telling your subconscious mind that you are beautiful. And eventually, your subconscious believes it, and that becomes your new belief system. Or vice versa, if you say that you're ugly. Our thoughts shape our reality, and the language we use shape our thoughts. See the pattern there? It's all interconnected. We can change our emotional state and our thought processes. And by doing this, we can change our vibration, which in turn changes our reality. Consciously choosing to think positive triggers high vibe emotions, and you will attract abundance through the laws of attraction. The same way negativity attracts low vibrations and blockages. Don't fret, it's not hard. Actually, you're very lucky because we can only have one thought at a time. This means if we pick up on a negative one, we can replace it with a positive one instead. Some ways to do this is to replace phrases or thoughts like, I don't want to be in debt, with I want financial freedom. Or instead of saying I hate being single, say I'm excited to find a loving relationship when the time is right. These subtle shifts in language direct your focus towards what you want rather than what you fear or don't want. Similarly, practice accepting compliments with a simple thank you. Downplaying praise may seem humble, but it reinforces self-doubt. I find that I don't give compliments because I don't know how to take them. The amount of time someone's paid me a compliment or congratulated me and I've responded in denial or downplayed my success. It's such a natural way to respond to compliments, but ultimately it's damaging. Take a moment to really hear what the person has said to you and respond with nothing else but two magical words, thank you. They don't have to compliment you, they choose to. So how else can we rewire our brains? And we can, because our brains are very soft and mushy. That means we can mold them. That was a joke, by the way. But no, really, we can. On average, we have 60,000 thoughts a day, and 80% of them are negative, and 90% of them are actually repetitive thoughts. So to overcome this, you have to be consistent in choosing to replace a negative thought with a positive one. Each time you think, what if it doesn't work? Ask yourself, what if it does? Replace I'm not good enough with I'm perfect as I am. Changing your thought patterns is like building a new habit. It takes time and effort, but the rewards are there. As you shift your mindset, you'll notice your emotional state and vibration improving, ultimately changing your reality. You have a choice here, and that's a gift. So choose to push forward and don't let those thoughts roam free. It's kind of like training a camel, just takes less skill. Be aware of your mood too, because our perspective is often dictated by our mood. This is why two people can experience the same thing but perceive the situation differently. An example of what I mean is you may get an email from someone when you're in a bad mood and feel personally attacked, only to read it the next day when you're in a better mood and realize that you misinterpreted the situation. So to rewire your brain, just do these small things like replacing if with when. That's a good start. There is doubt in if, but when assures that it is happening. In your daily life and to yourself, talk about what you want, not what you don't want. When you can wrap your head around this, it's quite easy to rewire your brain. You just have to stay consistent. Complaining is negative too. Things like, oh my God, it's so hot. Just say, what a lovely sunny day. Small things change your perception on life and your perspective. After all, your subconscious obeys your conscious and listens to what you're saying. With effort comes reward. Close your eyes if you can, or don't if you can't, just imagine it, and take a deep breath until your mind quiets. Imagine all your fear and doubt, all the fear-driven thoughts, feelings, and emotions. Collect them all in a ball of dark matter. This dark matter holds your fears, insecurities, worries, and limiting beliefs. See the ball getting bigger and bigger, collecting all the negativity. Now visualize a bright shining light through your body, overpowering the darkness. With each exhale, watch the ball shrink as the light swallows it up. Continue until the darkness disappears. Then come back to reality. Whenever fear creeps in, you can revisit this exercise to regain your confidence and focus. So remember, your perspective shapes your experience. When you manage your thoughts and use empowering language, you align yourself with higher vibrations and attract abundance. Replace if with when, focus on what you want, and choose positivity over fear. To end today's episode, take this affirmation with you. I am worthy of all the abundance the universe has to offer. I release fear and doubt, and I choose to believe in my power and manifest my dreams. Keep doing the inner work, stay consistent, and trust your ability to create the life you deserve. Thanks so much for listening. If you have experienced situations where you have trusted the universe and it has naturally aligned for you, send me a message. Drop a comment or email to be part of Your Say Friday. I appreciate you all. Thank you, and see you next time.